John D. Rockefeller, oil king, billionaire, and one of America's most infamous robber barons. Rockefeller was born on July 8th of 1839 in Richford, New York, to salesmen William Rockefeller and Eliza Davidson. 20 years after his birth, following his leave of the Folsman Mercantile College, Rockefeller immediately thrust himself into corporate America, where he began as an assistant bookkeeper. When his boss refused to give him a raise, he decided to create his own business selling hay, grain, and meat. In 1863, Rockefeller, who had already gained money, resources, and powerful associates from his agricultural work, turned his eye to oil, which he viewed as a possible, extremely lucrative substance in the West, as eastern states such as New York and Pennsylvania were already making a large profit off of it, which were also used to power ovens and lamps. That same year, he established his first oil refinery in Cleveland, Ohio, and within 2 years it was the largest producer of kerosene in the area, leading to Rockefeller devoting his life to oil production. Then in 1870, Rockefeller and his associates established Ohio Standard Oil Company, which utilized multiple unethical methods to gain a monopoly on the oil market. For example, Rockefeller placed spies in the companies of his competitors and made secret rebates with railroad companies in order to get cheaper transportation rates, while the railway rates of his competitors were raised exponentially, forcing rival companies to either be bought out by Standard Oil or go out of business. This led to the Cleveland Massacre of 1872, where in 3 months Rockefeller bought out almost every one of his competitors using interlocking directorates to place his own people on their boards. Though less than just, it was through such methods that Rockefeller controlled 95% of all oil refineries by 1877, allowing him to establish the First National Trust in 1881. The notorious robber baron used his trust to buy stock in his competitors' companies and horizontally integrate these competitors by buying out entire levels of production. As well as these ruthless, competitive tactics, poor treatment of workers such as long hours and low pay led to the Standard Oil Company's immense wealth. This proved to be Rockefeller's downfall, as growing public hostility towards him, including various riots and strikes, played a large part in the federal government's passing of the Sherman Antitrust Act of 1890. The Sherman Antitrust Act outlawed monopolistic business practices and was used to shut down the Standard Oil Company in Ohio for restraining the free market and interstate commerce. However, unwilling to give up his massive corporation, Rockefeller moved his company to New Jersey, where it continued to operate until being finally shut down permanently in 1911 through the Supreme Court case, Standard Oil Company of New Jersey versus United States. Decades later, Rockefeller attempted to atone for his sins as a conniving and merciless corporate giant by donating to charities, but this did nothing to lessen his status as a notorious robber baron. He died at age 97 on May 23rd of 1937.